Hey everybody, welcome back to Legend of the Stormlord. I know some of my subscribers out there are only here for the Stormlord updates, and I have not done one in a while, so I thought I would do that now. I should really split this channel into two and have one for the science and one for the game. But just to let you know, I am going to be putting a lot more time and effort into Legend of the Stormlord now. But one thing I wanted to show you is I have player housing right now. Well, one of the most obvious things, actually, before I even mention that, is the performance. This is even with QuickTime recording right now. You can see I'm getting a much better frame rate than I used to. And it's bouncing around. I just saw 50 something. Actually, it's dropping a little bit. But no, I've gotten, without the screen recording, 70 frames per second, 80 frames per second, so it's pretty good. But here, you can see I placed a 12 by 12 house. I kind of, took that idea from Ultima Online. It's kind of based on Ultima Online. But you can customize your house, add friends, add a co-owner. That's what really comes from Ultima Online is, you can have multiple friends. You can have one co-owner. Remove the co-owner. You can banish somebody. I'm not in my house right now, so but you can press H to access the house menu at any time. Rename my house, demolish the house. Well, before I run over to my house that I placed, you can see I've updated the selection. It's more like the Unity editor selection now. Oh, didn't mean to open that. So green means he's selected, white means you're just hovering, and it works on objects as well, and you get a little hand icon.
Not really.
Yeah, you can't pick that up. That has to be mined. So you can take this pickaxe and put it in your hand, and just double click on it in your inventory like this, and it will mine whatever it is. But there are shortcuts like /mine or /chop to chop a tree, so that it'll just automatically switch it into your hand, perform the action, and then switch back to whatever weapon. In fact, if you got attacked while you were mining, you would really be hitting with your sword. It's more of a visual effect thing. You can also do lumberjacking and cut trees down. I told you don't have to have the item in your hand at the time. There's a shortcut like mine. Similarly, for chopping trees down, you could do /chop. But this time I'm actually going to take the axe and equip it and show you that you can just double click it in your inventory. Or you could even take that and put it in your hotbar. Or better yet, you could take it and put it in your main hotbar, and I can now use, I can place it right here and just press 0 because it's in the 0 slot in my hotbar, and that will do the chopping action. So now just with a single key press I can chop trees. So randomly you can harvest a certain amount of wood and get skill gains from each tree a certain number of times before you'll actually cause the tree to fall down, and then you have to move somewhere else. So I can continue to gain from this. See, I'm at 41 now. I was at 39, 40, 41. I'm gaining pretty fast now because that's a pretty low skill. Oh, there it goes. So that tree's done for. It'll turn into a stump for now, and it will respawn eventually. So now, back to my house. That is just, every house will have, you can see down in the lower corner right here, it's a post box. and double clicking on that does the same thing as pressing the H button. The only difference is that you can go to somebody else's house and see and hover over it and see their info, and if you're a friend of the house or a co-owner, you can access a lot of the same options. Oh, that was a glitch right there. See, the game mechanics, the game engine still needs some work. You can see I'm kind of getting stuck between that tree. Yeah, the entrance is right by a tree. But anyway, here I am in my house. Got a fireplace here. This is kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and cheat and give myself some water. I just gave myself this flask of water. I just extinguished the fireplace with the water. And now you can see I'm carrying this torch. If I try to use it here, it does nothing. But if I'm in front of the fireplace, I just lit it. So house customization, it can be broken down into two categories. First of all, here you have a customized house button. That will allow you to do everything. I mean, I could do the floor, I could do the walls, I could do the roof, I could place the fireplace here. I could do anything that obstructs, pathfinding, as well as little objects in the house that don't obstruct pathfinding. But that's where the other part of house customization comes in. You don't have to do a full house customization to move small things. For example, these candles right here, I could just take them off the mantle, and it puts it, well, actually I show it in a crate just because I haven't drawn the pictures for everything, so something like this, here's a table right here, a round table, and I actually have the image for it. For things I don't have images for, it just shows it in a crate. So I'll double click on it, it just puts it where you're standing. You can actually customize it without even entering customization mode. Here I could take this vase off the table, or I could, just click move. Here I could raise it, lower it, a little too much. Now, you've got left and right here. That is based on your orientation. You can see it's going left and right on the table, but look what happens if I face this way. Left and right. That way it's not complicated. You don't have to have forward, back, left, right, up, down. You only just need 4 controls to do everything. And you can also rotate it. Well, with something round, it's kind of hard. You can see a little bit of movement there. For something that's not round, of course, that makes more sense. It'll rotate it on its axis. Right click on it, move. And then again, just like when I moved the vase, you can raise it, move it to the left, rotate it, and all that. Let's see. Can't see where that's going. Unless you just see it at a couple different angles to know if you've got it right. Oh, maybe move it over this way a little bit. And then if I hit cancel, it'll go back to where it was, or apply, we'll lock it into place, and other players can now see. I think the way I have it is, as I was moving it, if another player was standing in here, he will see where it originally was. It looks like nothing's happening, like I'm just standing here staring at the wall. And then I'm, moving it through the air, placing it where I want it. They don't see that happening. And then if I hit apply, then it'll suddenly jump to wherever I just moved it to. So yeah, I have this table right here. Yeah, of course, you cannot walk through a table. It actually changes the map, the internal map that it uses for pathfinding of NPCs. So you have to be doing a full house customization in order to do that, which I'll show you later. But something like this mug, I can take it. Oh, and there it is. I actually have a graphic for that. It's a cup. And you can't just... One thing I don't have is being able to just place it exactly where you want it. That would be kind of nice. It thinks I want to destroy it. So what you really have to do is well, you don't have to, oops. You don't have to right click it. You can double click it. Is the same as, let me take it again. The same as right clicking and saying use. Here's the other options you have, chopping it, renaming. Well, rename's not gonna. Renaming is reserved for like runes and stuff like that. Insure. I've been charged 300 gold. It's now insured. So that just means if I get killed while I'm carrying this, it will not be looted from my corpse. They cannot loot it from my corpse. So, move. Just set this on the shelf. Yeah, this definitely has to be a little more user-friendly. There. Oh, and the rotate, I wanted to point out, this is a small rotation. I think it's only like 10 degrees or so. And this is a 90 degree rotation. So that's the difference between those. And apply. So, yeah, that's minor house customization. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Check it out at night. That's pretty cool.